Boom Barrel Challenge. I think we're going to have some splosions this week. Let's get straight into it. The locker. Break into the locker and get out. Okay, so I'm bringing Alpha. She is our star hero. She's an okay hero. Bit like Rosita, I do find myself having a good time sort of using this character more than you thought you would. The main thing is she can reduce body shots, increase the chance of critical hits. At high damage, you are going to get body shots. It doesn't matter what you do. So that first part of her skill doesn't matter. If an attack results in a body shot, Alpha may move half an action point after attacking. Now that's really nice. That is actually a really, really good skill. I'm giving her Dale's rifle. She can set stuff alight. I'm bringing Ezekiel. Just am. I think he's great. I'm giving him the mace. And finally, we got Yumiko. She was so good in last night's episode. Yeah, she's kind of a badass. I don't know. I just like the character. I think that she's great. It's weird that for an explosive challenge, the star hero is a ranged character, and it's shooters that cause extra damage. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit weird. You'd think that this is one that sort of really favours melee characters so that you can kind of keep everything quiet. But that's not how it's worked out. So, okay. So, what I'm doing here is just... I'm not concerned about making noise here. I think you're probably better off setting yourself up so that you are ready for when that threat counter hits 0 and you have a lot of walkers coming in. So we can see here, I mean, maybe on higher difficulties, I think I might have an assault character. You know, you're just going to be able to just clear these guys out in no time at all. But you can always sort of position yourself. You saw where I positioned myself, just on that wall. Well, the walkers can't come in if you're already stood there, so you can have everyone in a nice line ready for Alpha to take them out if you are indeed using her. You've got to be careful when you blow up barrels. They will cause a lot of damage to you at higher difficulties. They will, of course, also damage the other walkers. They make a load of noise, which is a problem if you have a threat counter. But I find that sometimes the best thing is to clear the threats before the threat counter is even a problem. You know, it doesn't really matter. If you've wiped all of the walkers off the map, then there's nothing there to eat you. What's next? Blow up the fences and get to the exit. Okay, so do you have to have a ranged character to blow these up? I don't think so. I'm just gonna check something. I think that what should happen is that if we knock them over with Ezekiel, it should also open the fence as well. Let's see what happens, shall we? Yes, it does. Okay, so it says specifically you gotta blow the fences apart to open them. It's handy to know, actually, that's not correct. You can knock those barrels over with a melee character, and it will open the fence. That, of course, is a silent way of doing it as well, so it's pretty handy to know that you can do that. Let's get some kills with Ezekiel. This is just strictly because this is part of my daily challenge, and I always like to hit that if I can, so let's get some kills in with Zeke. Oh yeah, I haven't upgraded to the premium survival pass yet. The rewards on offer are a little naff. They're not great, are they? You've got the Obliterator, which is a good weapon, but that's also on offer in the Guild War shop, so why are they offering it as a reward for the survival pass? The other thing is that you get to have Stormtrooper Daryl. Daryl in his Commonwealth outfit, which... Alright, okay, fine. Not that great, but okay, alright, okay. I think the fact that you get those speed up tokens, you get tools, You get loads and loads of gold. I think that that's what we're really gunning for. I think that the actual special gifts this time around, not so great, but hey, still worth doing. Wrecked cellar, kill all the walkers. Alright, if you say so. I would love it if you could do things like have Fighter Rosita, Daryl in his Commonwealth outfit, and Mercer, and kind of have some kind of a benefit for having an all Commonwealth team. I've thought this quite often. It would be fun to have things like, you know, themed trios. So maybe Rick, Michonne, and Carl, you know, could be one, or have the Governor and Tara, and I can't remember if there's anybody else from Woodbury, but you know what I mean. Like maybe the newer characters all together. Just people with themes. Have Alpha and Beta together, and there's some kind of a bonus that kind of kicks in. You know, that kind of thing. I really think that would be fun. Be a great way to make use of those outfits as well. But yeah, I don't know if they've got any plans to do that. I would really be keen to do that. Have a little bonus for having a themed trio. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got kill all walkers. Pretty simple. If you are using Alpha, I would bring Yumiko and Mercer. I think that would be a good team. Not as good as Sasha, Mercer, and Yumiko, but just those last two. Having them two is just magnificent. It's just fantastic anyway, no matter who is in charge. Kill all walkers, you shouldn't really be struggling with those. If you are, you know, please do let me know. But it shouldn't really be a challenge to anybody. Incendiary weapons, bring Mercer along. Have Yumiko so you get multiple shots. Things that limit their movement, always great. You know, shouldn't really have too much of a drama with those types of missions though. One there, get the loot and get out. Yeah, I'm still bringing Ezekiel just because he's part of my daily challenge. Okay, what do we got? Right, well, I like shooting barrels when there are big bad guys. Oh, hey! The heck, how did that open? Well, that's worth remembering. Let's do it again. Get rid of you. Search that. Lovely. Of course, we made loads and loads of noise. Not a problem. But of course, it might be on further missions. It's handy to know where the enemies are going to appear. Looks like they appear at the top of the map. So when you're doing this one, when you're doing one there, don't get caught out by that. Be at the bottom of the map, and you can probably outrace these guys. You can certainly search that thing quick enough and get to the exit, although that tank might be in the way on harder difficulties. So you've got to be prepared to deal with a tank. Yay, 365 stars. Barreling through it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All of these fantastic rewards. Kill walkers. Okay, great. Still got loads to kill with Ezekiel. That's fine. He can handle it. Big pile. Find the loot and get out. Okay, so this is the kind of thing where, you know, bringing Glenn might be useful. Let's just have a look. These kinds of things where we search them once. Yeah, definitely. Bringing Glenn would be a good idea on this mission. Obviously, the team that I've got, maybe not the most optimum team, but it doesn't matter too much because we are on a low-ish difficulty. You can see the benefit of having Alpha as the leader on these kinds of things. If and when you get body shots, and on higher difficulties you will get body shots, you can still move, you can still search stuff. Now that guy should die to fire. Yeah, so she's actually a pretty good leader for these kinds of missions. Alright, we're going to have some bad guys coming in. Nothing too scary. Okay, this one's not a tricky one. I don't think any of the missions that we've had have been phenomenally difficult. They're not things like fish in a barrel, where it kind of depends on the weapons and characters that you have unlocked. Ooh, yeah. Nothing but gold, baby. Yeah, I'm willing to spend 15 gold on that. Lovely. I have to think how to spend that XP. But in the meantime, let's continue with the video. And have a cup of tea. Can't think of any particular sneaky tricks or anything. I did have one on one of the missions on the last set. When it comes up again, you know that one where it's snowy, there's 3 piles of snow. You can indeed block where the walkers come in. There's a way to make that easier. When that one comes around, I'll have to do a specific video on that. One down, kill the boss walker. Alrighty woo. It's weird that shooters have got extra power. Shouldn't hunters have extra power because the star hero is a hunter? Okay, so this is one from the last set of missions. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's come around this side, shall we? I mean, I could do that, but that's not... Is that going to do anything? That will stun 2 of them. That should knock him away. Yeah, okay, great. Obviously, used a melee character there to get rid of an exploding barrel. It means that you do it nice and quietly. What I would do is maybe blow up barrels before the first time that the threat counter kind of gets to 0. And then after that, you could maybe try and be a little quieter. Let's get some kills with Zeke, just because that's the daily challenge. And you know, I think we're just about done there. Is that 6 missions? I think so. So nothing too scary there. One of them you've already done last week. You know, that last mission that we just did. I recommend, if you bring something like Decimator, you can get a couple of those barrels at the top in one shot, and then you just focus on the tank. Remember that the mission is to kill the tank, not everything on the board. So once you've done that, you can flee. Don't forget that those barrels on the little green escapey bits. So you must get rid of those. Otherwise, you might find yourself thinking, phew, I can escape. Oh no, there's a barrel in the way. I've only got ranged characters and I'm going to blow myself up. You know, it can happen. Break into the locker and get out. Okay, so that's that is the first one, isn't it? All right, so there we go. That's what you're facing. Boom barrel challenge. Pretty straightforward there. Use those barrels to your advantage. If you do have any dramas with any particular mission, let me know. Myself and the community will help. Otherwise, thank you for watching.